Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Steckline Report, where harvest is just about to end on the Ponderosa. But I got to tell you, it's been a long harvest season. And on top of that, we're getting some interesting results out of Washington on a couple of things that will involve all of us in agriculture if you raise crops. Stand by. I want to talk about those in just a minute.
Every father would like to have their son farm with them and grandson and continue to farm. It's kind of a legacy, I guess. And then my dad was a farmer, and then, of course, then I am and my son. So actually, Jackson, would be the fifth generation from my grandfather. It's going to be key for us to have American Ag Credit. It's a long-term partnership with them, is what it is.
Well, friends, a couple of real good items that I want to talk about here on our Steckline Report this time is a couple of features of the 2014 Farm Bill's crop insurance coverage program. There's a program that's going to be expanded to winter wheat and other crops starting in 2016. USDA's Risk Management Association announced that they were going to work very diligently to get this done, which is a yield forgiveness program that allows growers to erase exceptionally bad yields from their 10-year crop history. Now, this is a big deal, folks. That will be available to winter wheat producers for the first time in 2016. The Associate Administrator of RMA says that it's a top priority for his agency to get it done. And it was first made available to spring crops back in most of the nation in 2015, but it wasn't for the winter wheat products. And so consequently, that's going to be available here in 2015, 16. And crop years eligible for APH yield exclusion when the average per planted acreage yield for the county falls at least 50% below the county average for the previous 10 years. That kicks it in. And folks, that could make a lot of difference on how we get paid for crop insurance. Also, when it comes to the Farm Bill, the folks at the Office of Management and Budget are a little bit concerned because it looks like they goofed. They thought that 75% of the farmers would sign up for PLC. Turns out 75% may have signed up for ARC. And that puts them into a little bit of a tough situation because evidently the corn farmers are going to get paid $70 to $80 an acre, full payment, if they're signed up in the ARC program. It's the best deal. Since I'm not a corn farmer, I've got half of my crop in PLC and half in ARC because I didn't know which one to jump into. So I'm going to try both of them. But wheat farmers, there were less ARC sign-ups than there were for corn by quite a little bit, about 50% probably PLC. And 50% ARC when it comes to wheat farmers. In any event, that situation may cause them to look at stopping or cutting back payments for those people who have a big income. That's what they're talking about. I don't think they'll get that done. Also, interestingly enough, if somebody gets, for example, a $175,000 payment from the Farm Bill, well, they can't do that because they can only keep $50,000. If they want the other $125,000, well, they can turn that land over to their wife. Wife can go in and sign up, and she'll get $175,000. That is, if they hit the limit of $250,000 now. So there's a lot of ifs and ands about this thing, and there'll be some people that'll do that. I'll guarantee you that. So keep that in mind, folks. If you're at the limit of $250,000 and you can get more, you could turn everything over to Mama and she can get the rest. What else is new about programs from Washington? Hey, stand by. Next Steckline Report will give us detailed information on how this wheat harvest went.